It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Today, a special edition. The two teams you're about to meet have won once previously. Today's winner moves on to the semifinals to play University Park. Play along with us and test your own science IQs. Let's meet today's teams. First from Brandywine Elementary, would you please welcome Ashley Evans, Madison Howard, and Takori Hampton. And from Magnolia Elementary School, would you please say hello to Anthony Latana, Michael Egavaba, and Aaron Liu. And now here are the categories of questions we use on the Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing, and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, our game board shows questions according to their difficulty. Easier ones on the left, worth 5 and 10. Tougher, 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. And today's winner, as we were just saying at the top of the show, will move on to the semifinal round. Here we are in our 32nd year of competition. 40 elementary schools. We will come down to one champion eventually. Let's go over and make sure everything is working properly. Madison, would you try the red team's buzzer? A-OK over there. Good luck to you, to Takori, and to Ashley. And Michael, how about the green teams? All right, he's got a nice confident push over there as well. Good luck to you and to Aaron and to Anthony, and congratulations for making it this far in the competition, guys. You are great players. Let's have a great game. We go alphabetically, always B before M, so Brandywine and Madison, let's play this bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5.
Zoo Parade for 5 points. Teams, we know that earth sign behavior includes stealing picnic baskets, and also, according to Goldilocks, sleeping in different sized beds. What kind of behavior and what kind of animals show that kind of behavior? Magnolia?
Bears.
Say it again.
Bears.
Bears, that's right. Yes, indeed. Earth sign is a adjective to describe bear-like behavior. Okay, go green.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. People who suffer from color blindness can still see, but they have a tough time discriminating between what two colors? Magnolia?
Red and green. Red and green.
Red and green, you got that right. Thank you, Anthony. Good assist there. Go, Mike.
We'll take Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 points. Teams, if you are really interested in ichthyology, you're probably going to take every chance you get to put a sign on your door that says, I've gone what? Magnolia.
To space.
Not to space. If you're really interested in ichthyology, remember the category, Zoo Parade. You probably take every opportunity to just kick back, put a sign on the door and said, gone what?
Wild.
Fishing. Fishing. Ichthyology is the science of studying of fish. Try again. Green.
Let's get physical for 15.
For?
15.
15 points, and let's get physical. Teams, if you were pasteurizing milk, gentlemen and lady, if you're pasteurizing milk, you would heat the milk for 15 seconds at 72 degrees on this temperature scale. Magnolia.
Fahrenheit?
No, sir. Brandywine, 72 degrees what?
Celsius.
Celsius, that's it, yeah. 72 Fahrenheit would not be hot enough to kill any bacteria in the milk. On the Celsius scale, it certainly would be. Go red.
Zoo Parade for 25.
Zoo Parade for 25, big one in that category. Teams, when crabs molt, they get a brand new shell. I'll give you 25 points if you can give me the E initial term for another name for that shell. Magnolia.
Exoskeleton.
Exoskeleton, yes sir, nicely done. Aaron and Mike and Anthony, go.
We'll take science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Teams, the third brightest object in the sky that we can see from Earth, after the sun, after the moon, is this orbiting...
Stars.
Magnolia?
Stars.
Not stars. Brandywine, after the sun and the moon, the third brightest object in the sky is this orbiting laboratory.
Venus.
Orbiting laboratory. You didn't listen to the last part. International Space Station, ISS. Try again, green.
Let's get physical for 25.
Let's get physical for 25 points. Teams, when you go to the dentist for a filling, the stuff he puts in there is an amalgam. It's a mix of zinc and tin and also a little bit of silver. But most of it is made up of this liquid metal that is sometimes called quicksilver. What is that substance that makes up more than half of the dental amalgam? Magnolia. Another name for quicksilver. Brandywine, have an answer in case I have to come to you.
Pass it to Anthony.
Anthony?
Gallium.
Not gallium. Good try. All right, the material that goes into your filling, it is more than half of this substance that is a liquid metal and goes by the name sometime as quicksilver.
Mantle.
Mercury. Mercury. That's the only metal that is naturally liquid. Go again, please. Green.
We'll take Zuperate for 15.
Zuperate for 15 points. And of course, that's why those were 25-point questions. For the 15-point question of Zuperate, look at the monitor in this studio. Be careful before you answer. These two white giraffes do have some pigment. Their eyes are colored and there's some pigment in their skin. So they have a condition called leucism rather than this, Magnolia.
Albino.
Albino, yeah. Anthony says, come on, Mike, I know it. Say it. Good. Go. Green.
We'll take green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. All right, teams. This vegetable has a pigment that is the very definition of redness. As you say, that person is as red as a what? Brandywine?
Tomato.
No, not a tomato. Magnolia? Red as a what? The definition of redness.
Beets.
Beets, yes. Red as a beet. Good. Go. Green.
We'll take Let's Get Physical for Science potpourri for 15.
Science potpourri for 15 points. Teams, baseball players are no longer allowed to throw emery balls, which is when they take this kind of paper and rub it on them to make it rough. What kind of paper, Magnolia?
Litmus.
Not litmus paper. No more emery balls that pitchers can throw. They rough them up by rubbing them with what kind of paper?
Construction paper.
Sandpaper. Sandpaper. That would rough it up like an emery board when you file your nails. All right, the buzzer's rung. The first half is over. First round is over. Brandywine's at 65, Magnolia at 120. We'll be back with the second part of today's show in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back to Science Bowl. Thanks for spending part of your day with us here. As we said at the top of the show, today's winner moves on to the semifinals. They'll be playing University Park with a chance to move on and win the county championship. Magnolia is a past county champion. Brandywine is still looking for their first, and Madison says, we're going to do it. Yeah, this is going to be their year. Tell us about Brandywine, Madison. Southern part of the county, who's your principal?
Miss Lee.
Miss Lee. And the sponsor of your team?
Miss Losi.
Miss Losi, and she is out there. And you had some alternates. I know Ashley was an alternate. Who's your alternate now?
Janae and Jordan.
Wonderful. They'll be out in a few moments' time here. Tell me about some of the extracurricular activities you have at Brandywine. What are some of the things you can do after school? Do you have any sports down there? Any clubs? Well, you have Science Bowl, right? Science Bowl is kind of an extracurricular activity here. Madison, tell me what you want to do someday.
Marine biologist.
Marine biology, all right. An accomplished ballerina as well she is, and she's been on TV as a ballerina, and we wish you luck in that. To Corey, tell us about yourself. What do you see yourself doing someday?
Being a professional drummer, guitarist, herpetologist,
Yes.
and that's it.
That's it. Herpetology. And you told me you have a gecko at home?
Yes.
You have a gecko. Does the gecko stay in the cage, or do you let it out and you let it walk on the ceiling?
No.
No. Mom probably says no way to that. Yeah. And you know, those are friendly, and corn snakes are very easy to take care of as well. Bearded lizards, bearded dragons. Ashley, tell us your story. What do you want to do someday?
I want to be a cosmetologist and a teacher.
Yeah, why'd you want to be on the Science Bowl?
Because science is really interesting to me. Like, you always learn new cool things.
Yeah, you sure do. And hopefully you're learning some things today, and you're going to teach us some things too, right? Yeah, by some of the answers you give me. Magnolia, nice to have you guys back again. Former county champs. I know Mr. Allen would like to have number 2 to put on the mantelpiece. Michael, tell us about Magnolia. Who's your principal?
Dr. Gillens.
Yeah, Dr. Gillens, and yeah, she's out there. She's a big supporter of Science Bowl, and I'm sure Brandywine has the big poster up in the school, as you guys do, showing all the past champions. Mike, tell us who are the alternates on your team?
Brandon, Ibrahim, Aaliyah, Aaron, Elias, Patricia, Venus,
Aaron.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, I guess it would have been easier to find out in the school who wasn't one of the alternates. You got quite a list over there. And of course, your sponsor is?
Mr. Allen.
Mr. Allen, that's right. He's out there and he's worked hard to get you guys ready for today. Some neat things about Magnolia. Tell me one neat thing.
Clubs.
All the fun activities they throw.
Yeah, there are lots of things to do over there in addition to Science Bowl. And you guys have those new washers and dryers over there courtesy of the Redskins, just as at Brandywine you had a benefactor there for your new library and your outdoor classroom. All right, Mike, what do you want to do someday?
I want to become a computer scientist.
Yeah, and something tells me you're going to do whatever you want. You're a good young man over there. You got a discipline about yourself, and you're a good captain. And Anthony, you're the man of the hour. You come up with so many good answers. How do you know so much science?
I study a lot, and I watch a lot of Science Bowl videos.
That shows, and you're a good reader too, and I know that really always does contestants well if they do a lot of reading here. What do you want to do someday?
I like to be an engineering technologist.
Yeah, well, I know you're going to be successful at that. And Aaron, you told me that this is an amusing show. I hope you do get a few laughs along the way. And you want to be a surgeon, yeah?
Yeah, because I kind of get interested in how the inside of people looks.
Yeah, and sometimes, when you get to school, you'll be dissecting some animals, maybe real or virtually, and you'll get to see what a frog and all these other animals look like. And we look so similar to some of these other animals. And it'll be your job as a surgeon to keep us going, right?
Yes.
All right, let's get back to the game. 120 for Magnolia, 65 for Brandywine. Green team, last correct answer. Michael, let's go.
Pick one.
We'll take, let's get green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points. Teams, if you're growing wine, grapes to make wine, the temperature has to be right, and you also have to have the right amount of this in the air. You got to have the right amount of water, but the hygrometer, a hygrometer is an instrument to measure this about the environment, because what has to be just right, Magnolia?
Humidity.
Humidity, yeah, humidity. Because if it's too humid, those grapes are going to rot. Go Magnolia.
We'll take, let's get physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. Teams, on the International Space Station, the astronauts are always afraid that the scrubbers are going to break down and too much of this gas is going to build up inside the laboratory. What gas, Magnolia?
Oxygen.
Not oxygen. Brandywine, too much of what gas is going to build up inside of that laboratory, so they need scrubbers to clean that air.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, that's it. Good. Go Madison.
Body systems for 20.
Body assistance for 20 points. Teams, you can't donate blood for a whole year after you've gotten a tattoo because you might have hepatitis C, which is a disease that affects what organ? Magnolia.
Your kidneys.
Not your kidneys. Hepatitis C is a disease that affects what body organ?
Your heart.
Your liver. Your liver was the right answer. Go again, red.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo parade for 20 points. Teams, the National Zoo's Endangered Animals Center out in Front Royal, Virginia, recently announced a blessed event. Guess what it hatched? The smallest of all the flightless birds, the symbol of New Zealand. What's the name of that little bird? Magnolia.
Penguin.
Not a penguin. The smallest of the flightless birds. It's the symbol of New Zealand. What you got?
Ostrich.
Kiwi. The kiwi. That little thing, it looks like it got fur instead of feathers and that big long bill. Go red.
Green things for 20.
Green things, 20 points. All right, teams, your question is a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, if you would, please. Couple big words, you give me the right one. These seedlings are leaning toward the light. You've seen that happen. Plants lead toward the light. Is that known as photosynthesis, photoperiodism, or phototropism? Which of those three, Magnolia?
Pass it to Anthony.
Anthony.
The last one?
Last one, phototropism. Yes, indeed. Good. Go. Green.
We'll take Dateline Science for 15.
Dateline Science for 15 points. Teams back in July 10th, 1913, long before all of us were born. The highest temperature ever reached in North America was recorded, 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Boy, was it hot. It was recorded in this place in the United States that is 282 feet below sea level. What is that place in America that is so far below sea level where the temperature hit 134 degrees Fahrenheit? Come on, Madison.
Florida.
No. Magnolia.
Hawaii.
Death Valley. Death Valley is way below sea level. Go again, Green.
We'll take Dateline Science for 10.
Dateline Science for 10 points. This is disgusting. They went underneath the streets of London and they found not an iceberg, but a berg made of this stuff that people flushed down the drain. What?
Poop.
Not poop, no, good try. They flush this down the drain in their kitchen, and then it all congeals as one big blob. Not an iceberg, but a what berg?
Oil.
Oil, we'll take that, or a fatberg. Yes, indeed. Good, Green.
We'll take Dateline Science for 20.
Dateline Science for 20 points. Teams, when an asteroid hit the Earth 66 million years ago and killed off all the dinosaurs, it was because tons and tons of this S-initialed chemical that smells like rotten eggs.
Sulfur.
Sulfur, yeah. Put all this ash in the air and it made it so dark that the plants died because the temperatures dropped over 40 degrees. An awful way to end that period of time here on Earth. Go, Green.
Body Systems for 25.
Body systems for 25 points. Teams, tough word. Listen carefully. Arbor vitae. If you know what arbor means, you're going to know the answer to this. The nerves in your brain look like arbor vitae, which means they look like what green thing?
Broccoli.
What?
Broccoli.
Not broccoli. Arbor vitae. The nerves in your brain look like what green thing?
Trees.
Trees, yes. Arbor Day is tree day. Good. Go, Red.
Green things for 5.
Again?
Green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points. Teams, this potted vegetable featured in the fable about the finicky princess and all her mattresses.
Peas.
Peas, yes, the princess and the pea. Green, go.
We'll go with Body Systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points. Teams, if you ever saw the movie Hunger Games, you know that traitors and liars became avoxes, A-V-O-X, because what did they have cut out of them? Brandywine.
Their mouth.
More specifically.
Their teeth.
No. Magnolia, what was cut out of them?
Tongue.
Their tongue. That's right. Good. Green, go.
We will take Green Things for 25.
Green things for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, there are certain clusters of flowers that are both pinnate and staminate, which means they are both this and this. Magnolia.
Oh, male and female.
Male and female is right. Yes, they are androgynous. Okay, where next?
We will take Science Potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25 points. Teams, we know that today's birds are the descendants of dinosaurs. But dinosaurs, those that glided, were missing this bone right here that we have for attaching muscles for flapping. What's the name of this bone? Same name that you find in a bird today. Magnolia.
Pass it to Anthony.
Breastbone?
Breastbone, yes, or the sternum. Well done. Or the keel. Good, go.
We will take Dateline Science for 25.
Dateline Science for 25 points. Team scientists come up with a brand new potato called the golden potato because it has so many nutrients, so many vitamins. This potato that will help a lot of people in the third world contains vitamin E and this vitamin that is important for good vision.
A.
Magnolia.
A.
A is right. Yes, good. Green.
We will take Let's Get Physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. Teams, who would have thought this would be a good science project? Why is it that our shoelaces come undone and nobody touches them? So they gave the project to this kind of M-initialed engineer. Magnolia. Mechanical engineer. Yeah, the movement and all somehow makes those laces come undone. Go.
We will take science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25 points was in fact the breastbone, yes, or the sternum. So we did not. That one is not available. Try again.
Dateline science for 10.
Dateline science for 10 points. All right, teams. Judges, I think we used that one as well. Yeah, that was the Fatberg. The only question in Dateline that's still available is the 5-point question.
Body systems for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams, according to legend, vampires drink blood and can only be killed with a stake through Magnolia.
Your chest.
More specifically?
Heart.
The heart. Yes, indeed. Good. Go. Green.
We will take let's get physical for 5.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Teams, what chemical element, which is also a precious metal, can be put before the words lining, and something bullet?
Oh. Yes. Oh, silver.
Silver.
Bullet?
Silver lining and silver bullet is right. All right, the buzzer says this game is over. It's been mostly Magnolia today. We'll be back with a wrap-up in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed today's Science Bowl. Brandywine is hoping that score was a little different, but we are really proud of them. Nice hand for the Brandywine team. Wonderful. Wonderful job. Our final tally today is Brandywine 100, Magnolia what a performance. 305, Anthony, Michael, Aaron, and Brandon, and Mr. Allen, you're headed to the semifinals. Congratulations to you. And Brandywine, let's see the smiles over there. You guys look so crestfallen. You shouldn't. You brought a lot of honor to your school today. Ashley and Madison and Takori, Princess Hannah, and also Janae and Jordan. And Miss Losi, thank you very much for bringing us some wonderful students yet again. Thank you for watching today. Hope to see you next time on another edition of Science Bowl. I'm Dave Zarin. Until then, bye-bye.